What's going on, guys? My name is Steve from The Checkpoint, the early gaming channel that also functions as a brothel, and today I'm here to bring you 5 quick tips for getting better at Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. As a preface, I'd like to just put out there that I'm definitely not the best player, and certainly don't think of myself that way, but I have noticed that I've been improving very quickly after taking into account the following tips. Let's get started. Tip number 1, learn your maps. Plain and simple, learn the maps, and fast. Know where long range engagements take place, know where short range engagement takes place, and alter your playstyle accordingly. Don't run down a long hallway if you're running a shotgun, and likewise don't charge into a small room with a sniper rifle. Take your time to learn the basic layout and power positions of the map, and play around that. If you'd like to learn more about the maps quickly, then I'm currently running a series on this channel purely based on guiding you around the maps of Advanced Warfare, and there will be a link in the description, but pure and simple, just learn the maps to the best of your ability. Tip number 2, master the movement. The extra movements in this game aren't just put in there for no reason, they add a whole new dimension to play, and if you want any chance of winning in this game, you need to use them. However, you need to know the appropriate time to when to use them, and surprisingly, jumping 15 feet in the air with rocket boosters coming out of your ass isn't the most subtle way of traversing a war zone, so you need to recognise the situation you're in. If a sniper is watching your position and you're crouched behind a crate, is it a great idea to boost jump into the air and expose your whole body, or to stay put? If you get round a corner just as an enemy begins firing, are you going to boost dash away or wait and engage them? Realise the situation you're in and adapt your movement accordingly. If you have the time, you could always hop into a private match and practice the dashing and dodging controls to give you a significant edge over the opposition. Tip number 3, choose your weapons. Pick a couple of weapons that get the job done. You're going to want to get a good grasp for what your playstyle is, but also adapt the weapons you're using to the map. In this gameplay, for example, I'm using the AK-12 and SN6. I know the AK-12 is going to aid me in those long-range engagements on this map, because I know a lot of this map takes place on rooftops, so I'm going to want to have those long-range situations covered by the AK-12, but for the most part I use the SN6 because I know my playstyle is quite fast and aggressive. Now obviously you want to use the best gun, and I recognise that the KF5 is statistically much better than the SN6, but I also have to consider the feel of the gun. I love the SN6 because it just feels right. I don't know if it's the iron sights or the aesthetic of the gun or the style of it, but I just prefer it to the KF5, which completely disregards the statistics. It's completely up to you, but I prefer the feel of the gun as opposed to the raw power of the gun. So while not being as statistically better than the KF5, it just fits me. Find and select a couple of guns that fit your playstyle and use them as much as you can, but also branch out and use weapons that you haven't used before, because it's all about discovery. Tip number 4, squad up. Get some friends, to put it bluntly. Seriously, playing with friends is not only a ton of fun, but you also get to develop together as players, communicating, calling out where enemies are, discovering things together. It all works to improve you as a player while you have fun. Also, you won't get bored as easily, which means you won't be quitting out early, which means you'll be ranking up quicker. Simple. Tip number 5, grind. Play the goddamn game. The more you play, the more you're going to get used to the mechanics. The game is daunting at first. New maps, new guns, new movements, new gamers, new rules. But if you take the time to adapt to the gameplay, it'll improve in no time. Just grind out the game. I promise you, you will get better just by purely playing the game. It's a subconscious thing. You'll just adapt. So yeah, those are my top 5 tips for improving your Advanced Warfare. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure to check out the map guides that I mentioned earlier. I'll put them in the description, and I will talk to you soon.